Good morning, neighbor. Welcome back to the Morning Minute Meditation. Glad to join you once again for today's devotion. Exodus chapter number 17, we are really, for the first time, introduced to Amalek. Amalek was one of the grandsons of Esau, and Amalek has proven to be one of the greatest and grandest enemies of the children of Israel down through the years. It was the first battle with Amalek in Exodus 17 that we see, where Joshua leads the troops of Israel into the valley of Rephidim to fight against the Amalekites, while Moses and Aaron and Hur sit upon top of a hill watching the battle from above, and Moses raises his hands and gets help from the Lord. It is also Amalek that we see Saul not dealing with in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter number 15. And then, of course, David, when he gets to Ziklag and finds it overrun and overtaken, winds up finding out that a roving band of Amalekites has rolled into town and captured everyone. And it is in 2 Samuel, chapter number 1, that a man bringing the hardware and jewelry of Saul the king from the battle with the Philistines lays it at David's feet, and he says that he ran Saul through with a sword, killed him, and he was an Amalekite. And then when you get to the book of Esther, you find a man by the name of Haman the Agagite, who is at war with Mordecai. He was one of the line of the Amalekites. Amalek has always been a problem. It is in the valley of Rephidim, however, that we notice some things about the battle. It is the Rephidim, which means balusters or protective railing. Now, what does Amalek, who is a type of the flesh, what does he really want out of our life? What he wants out of our life, the flesh that is, it wants to attack the protected areas of our life. And it is going to, by the power of the flesh, work against those areas that we have reserved for the Lord to serve the Lord with in our life. I hope that makes sense to you. Also, what we find is that the flesh is against anything that is sacred, sanctified, and holy. It wants to bring us down to a level of base humanity, which is the depravity of man, simply put, sin in our life. All of that being said and considered, we must understand what the Bible said about this fight with Amalek in our life. The ending of the book of Exodus 17 says this, and the last verse 16 said, "The Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation." In other words, this battle that we are facing, we are going to face it all the way to the grave. I'll make this statement and I'll sign off today. The things that I face as a 57-year-old man are very similar in my flesh. The weaknesses that we have ruled off to be syndromes and everything else from the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life. At the age of 57, it's still basically the same things I dealt with in my adolescence and in my teenage years. Same things, just new ways in which the flesh battles with your mind and with your heart. But the bottom line and the baseline is Satan knows how to trap stick us into sin. Therefore, we must be vigilant. We must be sober and vigilant, because our adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, is walking about seeking whom he may devour. His strategies may change to some degree, but his plan is ever the same, and that is the destruction of you and I. Hey, consider what I say today. Think on these things. Keep your eyes and your heart focused in the right direction. And God bless you, my friend, with a great, great day.